Good evening. This is Geo-Environmental Atmospheric Forecaster Andrew Fleck. And in Update 1, I spoke of the general setup, of which included the stationary front and a trough. And in this update, I really just want to go a little more in depth about it because I really believe that's important. That's the reason why there's this rain that's occurring and flooding along with it. And I'm going to kind of illustrate what these lines first mean. This green line that goes from New Orleans to all the way off the Florida coast is a stationary front. Okay, this brown line here indicates a trough. Now, in any case, a trough, okay, and east of the trough is where you get a lot of that moisture pumping and east of it. But of course, because of the stationary front that is set up today, it's stalled out this precipitation. It's turned this vertical laying precipitation that would go along the trough into more of a horizontal outlay. And that's what's occurred, this flooding from Mobile, Alabama to Biloxi to Pensacola. And some of those locations are experiencing very close to over a half a foot of rain, if not more. Pictures come in of cars underwater, property, lots of damage occurring. Of course, not to the most widespread stance, but definitely isolated in locations. There is a lot of rain coming down. And because of the stationary front, it has turned that precipitation horizontally, and it's just stalled all that precipitation. And as I said in Update 1, that stationary front consists of warm and cold air that's battling for a boundary, okay? And when that happens, that front can't move. It's stalled out, or it's very slowly moving. And that mixing of that warm and cold air creates the instability to produce rain and thunderstorms. When you have a stationary front that's so close to the coast yet, you add even more moisture into that, and hence you are getting the heavy rain reports that we have seen so far today. Now, tomorrow for your Sunday, what we are expecting is this trough to eventually move eastward, and this stationary front eventually becomes a warm front and lifts further north. Unfortunately, as this direction of which the stationary, or the trough, is moving, will invite this next surge of large area of green, which indicates this rain, into the same locations that got hit today with some of those flooding rains. That is the downside. But I wanted to give you guys a good explanation toward the reason why this rain and very heavy is occurring. So I'm going to play actually a very quick animation here, and I'm going to kind of walk through the reason for all this and what we can expect tomorrow. And then I want you guys to check back toward our website at www.geoea.org, and of course our Facebook page. You can like it and follow all the updates of any occurring weather across the United States. So let's go through here this last animation, and we have this heavy rain that's going to continue to push into New Orleans and through eastward. And after that, look at this, the trough is coming through, and here comes more heavy rain inviting from New Orleans and eastward for Sunday. And that's going to eventually push out of here. And I'm going to view this and replay this one more time, and I'm going to explain it better. So you have this heavy rain from the stationary front today, affecting those locations. Here's the precipitation from the trough. Now by Sunday, this is going to kick back into Louisiana, kick back into Mississippi, Alabama, Florida again for your Sunday, and cause even more rain. So I hope you guys have a nice explanation. Feel free to comment, ask questions. We're always here to educate and help you out for your everyday concern.